Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. FEMA has denied a request from Governor Torres related to COVID funding. Also tonight, taxpayers are one step closer to a stimulus check. And a status conference will be held for enforcement actions against IPI. In sports, with sports slowly returning, what about Little League baseball? Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
It's gonna look a little different in here. Your favorite spot might not be exactly where it used to be. Being next in line might feel a little less like next in line. And our smiles might come with a little extra shine. But McDonald's is ready to take your order, as safely as we can.
Off a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Wednesday, January 20th, 2021. The Federal Emergency Management Agency has denied the request of Governor Ralph Torres for a local match waiver for COVID-related grants. This goes back to March of 2020, where Governor Torres sent a letter to President Trump through FEMA Regional Administrator Robert Fenton requesting a full waiver of the shared costs associated with efforts to combat the spread of COVID-19. But the Trump administration waited until the final days to say no to the request.
It's actually disappointing that the governor has made this request since March of 2020 and just got a response on January 15th of 2021 denying his request.
Congressman Sablan says he just found out yesterday that Governor Torres made the request and that different factors could play into why there was a denial by FEMA.
The fact that we got the letter yesterday, I have not been able to dig into this. It's of course Martin Luther King and then in the States today. And so, and there is again the transfer. People are leaving the department, political appointees are leaving the departments, and no new appointees are coming in. So many people are on an acting capacity. I also understand that Mr. Fenton may have already exited from FEMA Region 9. And so that is there's a new lady there, or a new person who is acting administrator. So we have not reached out yet, but they must have their reasons.
Governor Torres now has 30 days to appeal the decision with the incoming Biden administration. Funds for these CNMI's stimulus checks have been approved and are expected to be processed starting next week. The approval is for $41.3 million for this round of stimulus checks. The Department of Finance, Division of Revenue and Tax expects to handle at least 31,000 checks, with the first batch to be processed next week. Eligibility will be based on 2019 tax forms. Each individual will receive $600 and another $600 per qualifying child. DOF will reopen the online portal within the next few days for those who want to change their option from paper checks to direct deposit. Valid direct deposit information from the first stimulus will be used in the second stimulus. There is a 60-day deadline to release these payments, after which taxpayers can claim recovery rebate credit on the 2020 tax return. The Commonwealth Casino Commission will be meeting Thursday for a status conference on the 5 enforcement actions that have been filed against IPI. At 10 a.m. at the CCC conference room, Complaint 1, failure to contribute $20 million in Community Benefit Fund, and Complaint 2, failure to pay annual license fee, will be heard by the Commonwealth Casino Commission. At 2 p.m., the hearing will continue with Complaint 3, violation of Commission order requiring casino licensee to maintain sufficient working capital to pay 3 months' payroll. Complaint 4, Commission order requiring casino licensee to settle accounts payable, and Complaint 5, failure to pay annual regulatory fee. Even with the violations of Commonwealth law and Commission's orders by Imperial Pacific International, CCC Chairman Edward De Leon Guerrero says IPI must be given due process.
Amazingly, IPI has a tremendous amount of due process that we went through painstakingly. As much as we would like to pull the rug, due process required that they be given all of this adequate notice, adequate time to respond and prepare. We're doing the due process, and we have 2 lawyers now, CCC lawyer and another lawyer for the commission during the hearing, and both lawyers are basically saying that these are required by laws and regulations. The IPI has their own rights.
IPI originally requested for a hearing on each complaint filed against them, but that was back when they had an attorney.
The hearing, the status conference starts tomorrow. Does IPI have retained any new legal counsel?
It's still in progress.
Still in progress. What does that mean? No?
Not at this point, no.
The arrangements here today, if you look at the conference room, is in preparation for that hearing. Now, IPI requested, when DOTS was the legal counsel, for a hearing on each of these complaints. We have afforded IPI the hearing, and since they have no legal counsel, we changed the hearing to a status conference. And what is the status? We require IPI to be represented by legal counsel. Not so much just because of administrative requirements, but it's also under our gaming laws. We require that you be represented by a legal counsel or by a registered employee like a CFO. But they don't even have a CFO right now.
Many issues continue to arise. The big question, though, what would it finally take for IPI's license to get pulled from the casino project?
I cannot really give you a definitive answer on that one because we have 5 enforcement actions. I can assure you that any one of these 5 could result in the revocation.
Rotary Club raised concerns on parking to the CNMI's zoning administrator. Sally Lemus has more.
On Tuesday's weekly Rotary Club meeting, members took the opportunity to voice up some of their concerns to zoning administrator and guest speaker Jerilyn De La Cruz. A few members shared the same concern, which was parking.
And I think everybody knows that parking is, especially in the Garapan area, that is something of concern. But like I mentioned, in my presentation today through the questions, is that I know that there's a Garapan revitalization team that's putting together efforts to improve this, and zoning is ready to join them and work together so that we can ensure that we put all our efforts together and really address parking in this tight space here.
De La Cruz has been administrator for almost a year now, but says she has already come up with ideas that she thinks would help.
Honestly, I really think it's more so like structured parkings that would work, but that entails capital.
The Rotary members were presented with the recent amendments made to the zoning law. Some of those were really to improve the use of lands and uses here in the CNMI. De La Cruz states if there is one thing their office is getting a lot of buzz from is the cannabis use.
Our office has really been receiving quite a few interested investors or entrepreneurs here on our island that want to do cannabis. Currently, the law allows for just cannabis farming, retail, and lounge. And out of all the amendments that has really taken place in that law, that is what our office is really seeing the difference, is the addition of cannabis to the use in the CNI.
According to De La Cruz, their office is open to gather input from the business communities for any more necessary changes.
If we're able to assess the different types of business uses, we can look at our current infrastructure and see whether or not we can really accommodate that.
Reporting for KSPN News, I'm Sally Limis.
Thank you, Sally. Saipan makes it to the New York Times 52 Places to Love. Every year, the New York Times would publish a list 52 places to go, but with travel disruption, it was renamed 52 Places to Love. Saipan's submission to New York Times list was made by Megan West, a geophysicist from the mainland who works with the Army Corps of Engineers. NVA's Managing Director Priscilla Jacopo stated their office is very pleased to be recognized and that although Saipan is small on the map, people who visit are surprised by the island's beauty, diversity, and history, and community and warmth of the people. Coming up, a newly established charity will hold their first giving project later this week. Stay tuned for more.
Winigi PHI Pharmacy in Gofadahi, Ihinim Lomo.
Our complete line of pharmaceuticals and lowest prices ensure you get the treatment that you deserve.
Our compassionate, friendly, multilingual staff will take the time to get to know you, explain your medications to you, and answer any questions that you may have.
Ngere ayor sumaye uhalweres ren, utchu wayor safeye emal ebalusyu klalyam weres.
Inumin ang inyong gamot ayon sa inireseta ng inyong doktor at alinsunod sa bilin ng inyong pharmaceutical.
We accept most insurance, but in case you don't have coverage, we offer cost-effective generic drugs.
PHI Pharmacy, your lifelong partner in health. PHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
Come, take your turn at the most unique restaurant on Saipan. Daily lunch specials are just $9.99 and come with soup or salad. Happy hour starts at 5 o'clock. And dinner features spectacular sunsets and great food at reasonable prices. 360 can be chartered for parties, events, birthdays, and weddings. Make it special. Make it 360. The best food and view all the way around.
Buenos dias, Kiko. Kaigizu ginigi entrada ni Pacific Docomo. Bangof adjudante isti I Docomo staff gwini. Zambangof maulik exhibitionia. Undang kulu na si Jus maasi. Ni una judazitu after manu para be download za babi na sepi isti I ski lino app. Esta ana libranu ju isti za parafa di babi fifila ni para be fanapasi za pat babi take off ni sisi doctor. Docomo Pacific in Guaizaha, Pago, za ni mamaila na tempo. Si Jus maasi.
Welcome back to the midweek edition of Channel 2 News. A new charity rises up to provide more assistance to community members. Take a listen.
It's called Miracle Hands Charity, a locally chartered nonprofit organization that just started up. According to Chairman Diego Sablan, their goal is to serve the underprivileged and unemployed with food security and clothing. Their first project will launch this Saturday, January 23rd.
This coming Saturday, we'll be doing our first round of giveaways. So I have a list of people already that we've vetted and interviewed that will be receiving some food donation from our organization. Thanks to our partners, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Rotary, and other like Wushin and other partners that are donating to our program.
Sablan states this program is open to everyone who may need some help, but there is a process.
So our number is 235-GIVE, GIVE. It's very easy to remember. You call and you talk to one of our staff, Miss Ellen Sutton, or Miss Rose Hoste. She's the CEO. And they can, and Candice Cooper, we have a form that we like to kind of interview you and see what your status. We want to make sure that we're spreading the help to everybody, right? And it's easy. You can qualify through the interview, and once the interview is done, we'll set a date for you to come in and pick up your food order and the amount of family.
The Miracle Hands charity invites all interested businesses, government agencies, and other NPOs to join them in their efforts to make a difference in the community. You may call them at 235-4483 or visit their website, miraclehandscharity.com. I'm Sally Limis reporting for KSPN News.
Tonight on Channel 2, the premiere of the Mariana's Uke Jam 2021. Our Chris Nelson has more.
Uke Festival organized this year by Larry and Kui Lee and Gordon Marciano. The show airs tonight, but several of the artists got a sneak peek at the final draft Monday night on the big screen. Eddie Johnson, who first learned in Hawaii and then moved here as a kid, performs 2 numbers.
The music is there, but the ukulele, the ukulele was there, but they made the music their own. And you can see where it generated or originated from their own. Uncle Lino jamming it, he had the feeling, had the rhythm, but they made it their own. And I think it was great, bro. Thank you.
Andrea Ozawa performs Obla Di Obla Da.
I really liked it that you guys showed the history of the ukulele on the island. And I thought that was really amazing because I didn't even know some of the things that Tatalino said or about Mr. Limas and the others. And it's like, wow, it's really great. And so I'm proud I'm just a beginner, still a baby in the ukulele world, but I'm proud to be part of the kind of culture that started, with our older folks. So happy to carry it on.
Larry Lee performs with his son Kui. He's also an instructor and the organizer of this year's festival.
I like the interviews and the commentary, and the history. People talking about the old days and learning to play the ukulele and just spreading the enjoyment, I guess, of the uk.
Now, you and your son teach at Saipan Community, and those, tell me about that song. Why did you choose that song?
We wanted to do something different, and, the kids, they're not really fond of singing. They'd rather pick and strum, and so we wanted to challenge them with this song. It's a classical piece, right? Pachelbel's canon, and, they need to read the music. I think they enjoyed it, even though they had to practice and work really hard to pull it off. I'm very pleased with their performance, and I think it's inspirational, to other kids that are starting to learn music.
Ukulele first came to the Mariana Islands just after World War II, and this show includes interviews with people like Lino Olapai, who first heard the instrument as a young boy in Chalankanoa. He loved it so much he fashioned his first uk out of a piece of tangan and a sardine can. Eric Regis from Tinian sings and plays a song about the Galaidi. There are youth groups, international performances, and Lau Lau Homebrew performs fittingly above Lau Lau Bay. The final product is just over an hour long, and the community can see the premiere just after the news on Channel 2 tonight at 6:30 p.m.
We got some talent on this island. All right, well, speaking of talent, coming up, so far so good for this college freshman. We got the score in the sports report next.
Meal replacement smoothie is a great way to keep your fitness goals on track during the holiday season, and they taste great, fast, and easy. The December smoothie of the month is Minty Java Choco Chip, and it's just $5. Check out the Shake Cafe, Gold's Gym, Garapan. Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Mariana's Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Mariana's Trekking. Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Gold's Gym, and today we're going to go over the cable lat pull down. Now what we want to remember with machine-based exercises, there's really no right or wrong way of doing it. There's multiple ways of executing the exercise. What you'll often see is lifters executing the exercise in this fashion, and instead of working the muscles of your upper back, you're just irritating the shoulder joint, which is what you don't want. All right, let's clean that up a little bit. Let's sit upright a little bit more. Okay, as you get a full stretch, bring it down with your elbows coming in. So in general, as you set up this way, you're going to be feeling majority of the impulse right here, which is your lats. Okay. He's getting a full stretch and he's getting a full squeeze in the bottom.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, Saipan's top tennis player is shining wherever she plays. 19-year-old Carol Lee continues to succeed at the NCAA Division I level at nationally ranked Georgia Tech. Playing in Starkville, Mississippi, Carol won her third straight singles match, this time against the University of Memphis, winning easily 6-3, 6-3. The freshman is off to a great start for the 12th ranked Yellow Jackets, has not dropped a set. She's 6-0 for the season. Carol, part of the NMI's first Pacific Games gold medal team back in Samoa in 2019. Well, the reopening of sports here is slowly but surely happening. Motocross racing every Sunday. Beach volleyball is going to start up this Saturday morning. Well, what about Little League Baseball?
While COVID-19 shut down all sports here, Little League Baseball suffered the most because of the double whammy, starting with typhoons in 2015 and 2018. But now there's light at the end of the tunnel, or lights over the ball field, as it may be. This morning, the Northern Mariana Sports Association met with James Addis, Secretary of Public Works, and also Little League District Administrator.
So right now, Director Mike and I will be assessing the field, what needs to be done for the upcoming league. Right now, also, we're just waiting for the green light from headquarters in regards to the resumption of the Little League program.
All Little Leagues under the Williamsport, Pennsylvania-based program remain suspended. A visit from our region's representative is pending.
Last November, when we were in Japan for the regional DA meeting, a new administrator has been appointed by Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and he will be meeting with us on a different time and later schedule, depends on his arrival to the island, and he will be visiting also all the Asia Pacific countries that are involved in the Asia Pacific program.
NAMASA President Jerry Tan focused on baseball this morning.
Mini games have baseball, which we're the host next year, and we start to feel the community is getting ready to resume some level of sport activity. And NAMSA, we have a board meeting tomorrow, but this week we reach out to the Baseball Federation, and this morning we just have the initial dialogue and let them know that we want to work together with the Federation and especially the facility for both the big field and the small field is within the Oleai Sports Complex. And I know there's some work need to be done to prepare for the kids to come back out or the players to come back out and initially probably train, practice, and then maybe at some point, we can look at some resumption of some competition.
Saipan Little League President Mike Borja says it's possible to resume games and leagues without Williamsport's approval, but under a different format and with local protocols being followed.
They can open up on a different league level, maybe like they open up a business league, but you have to abide by the COVID-19 task force requirement and protocols. So, if MRA can open up, Marianas Racing Association, you're opening up this Sunday, Jeff Race, tennis is opening up, but we have to abide with the COVID-19 protocol. So,
one possibility, just having our own competition, since the CNMI has been able to control the COVID-19 transmission so far.
So maybe we can open up, and I hope it's favorable from Williamsport, at least just open up for the district, not on our regional and World Series, because as long as we keep our COVID-19 down, I think we can open up our league again. And I really want to open it up, so to have some sense of normalcy.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com, hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735. One of the best things you can do during the pandemic is to get yourself healthy and strong. Gold's Gym is a great place for a tune-up. Wide open workout spaces with dedicated cardio, free weights and machines, personal training, group exercise, and good nutrition. Short-term daytime promo on sale now, just $159 for 3 months. Call 233-4000.
Kind of warm day for our winter. 88 the high, the low 80, humidity about 60%. Partly sunny skies tomorrow. Isolated showers, east winds around 15 to 25, brisk. High around 87, low 79. Seas choppy out there at 6 to 8 feet. Sunrise 6:47. Yes, that's the latest sunrise Saipan gets. It's low tide at 7:02 in the morning. High tide 1:29. Sunset at 6:09. That's it for Wednesday, but not for Friday. We'll see you back there then.